Monster harvest. We grow plants, and then the plants are sometimes living. But not like a normal plant is, because all plants are already alive. I'm talking about actually sort of sentient, they can get up and walk around. They become animals. We start new game. We enter our player name, where we are Jane Deere. I was holding shift the entire time. This is very interesting. I'm holding shift the entire time, but it's only capitalizing every other letter. So, not continuously all capitalized. No. Lower, upper. I was not expecting that. There we go. All right. Jane Deere. Exclamation. Oh. I can't do an exclamation point, chat. You just say Jane Deere normally. There's no excitement. It's not Jane Deere. It's just Jane Deere. Why does the pixel stubble look like vomit? Probably because that color. Farm name, and we have a character to select as well. I feel like now our farm is just going to be Janeville from now on. We live in the world of Jane. It's me. I'm all that matters. The world is Janeville. Could we do a furry farming sim? You could be Jane, comma, Deer, D-E-R. God dang it. Shimp Farm? Alright, I've got it covered. And we're going to opt for this girl for Jane, because she's got the blue accents. I really like the mint over here on this girl, but that would be more Caco than Jane. So we're going to go with the blue that she has. Wait. These all have tails? No. Look, when they spin around, you can see that's a scarf. Just for a split second, you can see it's coming up from their neck area, not down from their belt pants, okay? You're safe. Goddamn Shimpville! Hi, Shy Guy, welcome! The tragedy of Emilyville is too soon to talk about. I know, I still cry. Jane Deere is pissing and shimping all over the place. I like Princess putting the spaces in to get around the filter. God dang it. Okay. I was living in the city, barely getting by, when one day I received a letter from my uncle. I hadn't heard from him in years, but I remembered him fondly from when I was young. He was a scientist and was always excited to learn more about nature. I wonder what he's up to now. One day I received a letter from my uncle telling me about an amazing new discovery he had made. Criminals in chat. Willie, properly disciplining them, wagging his finger. A substance that can transform plants into animals. His letter tells me he's named these creatures Planimals. If I was talking to him in person, I would tell him that is not a very, like, uncle. That's not that creative. You just took plant and animal and stuck them together. Come on, uncle. You can't think of anything more okay, alright, uncle. Sure, planimals then. The discovery has gotten a lot of interest and a town has sprung up almost overnight around his lab. He wants me to come and take care of his old farm. Any plants? I don't think that's better. Planimals has a better sound to it. His letter says he's far too busy with his research to deal with the farm. He writes that he remembers how much I used to love visiting his farm many years ago. I've never really cared for the city life and like adventure. I think I'll take up my uncle's offer and take over his farm. I wonder what my new life will hold. I like only plants. I don't think you'd call living animal plants only plants. That doesn't fit. I love this art style. I think the characters are an interesting take. They remind me of a design from another game, but I can't quite place it. But otherwise, the aesthetics, the pixel art style of everything else very much reminds me of Stardew Valley. I think, like, which is probably the case, you know, for a lot of farming sims. Take a lot of inspiration from Stardew, so you end up sometimes picking up some pixel elements. However, I do like the way that Monster Harvest here kind of, you know, shifts the world so it has that slightly more 3D look to it. Characters look a lot like Kindergarten. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. It's the guy from Ricardo and Mozzarella. God dang it. Is that you, Rick? Professor Spark looks like he is drunk and is gonna take us on a weird adventure. It's kind of crazy just how well Stardew sold. It's pretty much single-handedly revived the entire genre. Now the market is flooded. I wouldn't even say, like, phrasing as pretty much single-handedly revived. It is the thing that revived the entire genre. Harvest Moon had been making games for plenty of time, and you'd occasionally have farming sims that would come along and be like, hey, I'm here too. Like, there's one that's for the DS called Shepherd's Crossing. But then Stardew Valley came out, and then everybody was like, oh my god, I love farming. And yet none of the games are as good as Stardew, which, you know, making games is hard. And even if you have a sort of a basis to reference, you missed the execution. Plus, Concerned Ape had been working on Stardew for a long time before it finally was released. I think part of the reason his next game here was able to come out comparatively fast is because he already had that experience from doing Stardew Valley. Like, if you look at Concerned Ape's early art stuff of Stardew, it was pretty much just a Harvest Moon clone. No, dude, making games is easy, dude. Anybody could make a game like this in a day. Is how they start, and then everything spiral. And plus, again, when you have somebody inexperienced making the game, they might feel... Some people don't mind putting tons of time into it and redoing things over and over. But sometimes if it's the first time you're doing something, it might not be good, and you might not really grasp that it isn't good quite yet either. And Cake! Hello there! Welcome! Alright.
Hi, Jane dear.
Or... could I do like a Rick voice, do you think? I guess then we'll just make... Hi, Jane dear, I was hoping you would get my letter. I don't know that I can quite do Rick, but hey. Welcome to Planimal Point. Oh, well, that's the name people have started to call it ever since I discovered Planimals. It has a nice ring to it, don't you think? Here is the farm. It's all yours if you want it. It might be a bit overgrown. I have been far too busy with my research to tend the land and spend most of my time in my lab in town. You got a burp? I don't know that I can do that while talking. I remember you used to love coming to visit the farm when you were younger. That was a long time ago, but I'm sure with some hard work you can get the farm looking as good as new. I think you will really enjoy it here. The country life suits you, and Planimal Point is a great community. Is this Rick or Morty? It could be both. It's odd that only Stardew and Rune Factory were the only games that had quality of life stuff like not picking up a single plant and having to put it away manually. It's entirely possible that some of the reason for some of the games not having the nicer quality of life style stuff is because what they have gone with is easier to program. That's just entirely speculation on my side, but I don't know. Maybe it's just Back to the Future guy. Yeah, more like a Doc Brown. Maybe a cross between them. If you took Doc Brown and you took Rick and you kind of place them together a little bit. Maybe not visually, but he also kind of makes me then think of Daryl from Harvest Moon DS, or the Harvest Moon It's a Wonderful Life variations, who was also kind of a crazy scientist guy. Even the newer Harvest Moon games are so monotonous with its controls. Yeah, I think they, again, still, even if they take that way with newer Harvest Moon games, it could still be kind of a case of this is easier to program, so this is what we go with. I don't know. When they just go like, hey, the tedium adds to it, right? Looks to the camera. I have to get back to my research, but settle in and I'll come back tomorrow with some seeds to show you the basics of farming. And there he goes. It looks kind of funny. Do you see, though, my character here? She has, like, teeny tiny X's for her eyes? Am I alive? Am I dead? I'm just running around here as a zombie? I leave my house. Just make good games! It's so easy. Come on, game devs. Just make the game good. Forehead. Dead inside. Dead outside, too, I'd say. Good morning, reindeer. Are you excited for your first day on the farm? Yeah! I'll teach you the basics and we'll get your first crop set up so you'll be all set for your new life as a farmer. To interact with things, all you need to do is press the interact button when you are close to an object or townsperson. You can move a lot faster than I can, but if you need a boost, press the dodge button to perform a roll. Most actions you perform will drain your stamina. The status bar shows you your stamina in green, your experience points in blue, your current amount of money, and the weather. If you run out of stamina, you will be too tired to work. Some items like food or crops will replenish some of your stamina. Now let's get you to farming. To clear your farm and ready the soil, you will need to select the right tool for the job. Jane is just staring out into the void. What horrors torment her daily. She's picturing her life as a farmer now. She's like, maybe I shouldn't have come here for this. Tools and items can be chosen from the Quick Select menu. The axe can cut down trees and small logs. The pickaxe can break stones and minerals. To ready the soil, you have to till the ground with the hoe. Once you've cleared some space and tilled some ground, you can take these seeds and plant them in the tilled soil. Plants need to be watered daily with the watering can, unless it's raining. Otherwise, they will wither away. Be sure to refill your watering can at the pond when you run out. After a few days, you will have a fully grown crop. You can place crops or items you want to sell to the consignment board. I'll sell any good you post there to the right buyers and leave the money for you in the morning. Why don't you try it out? When you're done for the day, be sure to rest up in your bed. You can sleep through to the next morning, or you can rest until nighttime and do a few more chores around the farm. I'll stay here for today while you get started. Well, gotta use the hoe to plant some seed. As I pull out my basic hoe, just simple, not a fancy hoe, not an alternative hoe, not even a particularly fashionable hoe, not a dirty hoe either though, just a basic hoe. And hello there, Fox. Welcome. We harvested monsters this Sunday. I hear they have valuable fluids. I don't know if I heard anything about valuable fluids, but I feel like the sound's kind of on the loud side. Hang on. Okay, I think that should be good. Pull out my pickaxe. Oh, you have discovered rock! It can be used to build things like paths and buildings if you know how. Chet! An all the time I've come out here when I was a little tiny child to visit my uncle on the farm, I've never seen a rock before. But the future is now. I've discovered rock. Wow, I feel like a scientist just like my uncle. Maybe I should become a geologist, you know. Wait, that's studying Earth. Did they already discover rock then? Oh man, I'm late to the party. Rock? That's the most powerful planimal in the game. Really? And I discovered it? Oh my god. Now I can grab it and maybe throw it. Oh, wait. You discovered wood. It can be used to build things like fences and chests, if you know how. So, I've discovered rock and wood. You know, the dwarves going, hey, rock and stone? I'm over here with some rock and wood. Oh, wait, if I say it that way, it sounds like I'm saying that the wood is cool. Hey, dude, this wood, totally rockin'. Rockin' wood. Well, especially slimes. You're talking about slime fluid being especially valuable. I don't like the way that you've suddenly gotten a nosebleed about talking about the slime fluid. I don't know if I like that one. I hand you a tissue. Please wipe up the blood from your nose. I sweat nervously. And here's Uncle up here. Reindeer, why don't you try using those tools I gave you? He says as he's been standing here this entire time, watching me use my various tools. Excuse me, Uncle? Uncle, I've been using the tools. Oh! I like the water effect that they've got going on here, actually. That looks rather neat. I do like, you can see there's a faint sunbeam right here that kind of stays there as I walk around and move. I like that too. What's this sign about? Oh! Heart slime. Heart slime. Look at it smiling up there. It's the essence of defeated planimals. When planimals perish in battle, their residual memory becomes heart slime and can be applied to your soil to increase the level of all newly grown planimals. So don't feel bad if you lose a hang on. If my planimal dies, it dies forever and it becomes just heart slime. It just becomes a bunch of goo I put on my future crops for new planimals. Perma? Maybe? And hello there, S'more. Welcome. Well, now I'm nervous about the heart slime. It's also, I guess, then... Oh, wait, he talked about the dodge button. Oh. Oh. I just need to know, why can't I jump and roll over this rock? I'm jumping into the air. Is the rock too tall? Oh, fear breather. Hello, by the way. Have to feed the next generation some form of sustenance. Fertilize future creatures with the dead? Oh, Planimal Party, Planimal Pen. This one makes sense. I understand. It's where you keep planimals, sure. But Planimal Party? HPXP. Can I have a party with my planimals? Dark Sekiro Elderborn Souls. That's what the game is now, huh? Because it's perma? We've also got a stable over here, apparently. Which, obviously, there's nothing there right now, and I do not have what's required to build it. And Uncle is not gonna let me pass, and my energy is quite low. I might as well just burn down the rest of my energy here. I think I'm going to chop down this tree so that I get just a straight, clear view all the way down. Apparently, I did not mute my phone like I normally do. And now we'll chop down this tree as I watch my energy carefully. Okay. I'm glad. I was a little bit concerned on chopping the tree down if I would lose all of my wood into the waters of the pond, but we're good. We're fair. We're all clear. The party is how you get fluids. Oh, Fox! Caco is getting a text on stream. No. Me sliding into cute streamers' DMs. Ooh, this can't be real. I blocked slime. You can't just slide into my DMs. No. I put up a fence. Direct messages are illegal. Oh heck. Oh jeez. Okay, this is something I don't care for. One, I do like. I continuously water if I hold my mouse down. Very quick. However, if I accidentally water a bad spot, you can see it kind of breaks the flow of my watering. So there's a longer pause between when I water next. So, slight complaint, but otherwise it has a better planting farming system there that we've seen in other games where, because I'm able to stand in just one spot and get all of my little tiles tilled out, plant all the crops, not moving at all still, water as well. It's like that one character said, if you're gonna party, gotta bring protection. I uncasually break down the fence into your DMs. My fence! Just water better? You're right. If I was just more professional at watering, it would be fine. Is this flower dancing? A kissum flower? Oh heck. Oh jeez. Flowers are mostly decorative, but you can sell them for a few gold. Oh jeez, chat. Does that mean if you give someone a kissum flower, it's like you're giving them a kiss? Oh jeez. I'm gonna have to find all the cute people in town so I can give them flowers. Be like blushing as I hand it over. And a honey pepper. Hardy food like this can be found by foraging around Plantable Point, but they aren't that valuable. Well, maybe I'll keep them just for snacks then. This melon honestly makes me think kind of like it's a big moon. Smaller crescent section of moon with little stars. Kind of what it looks like to me. Oh, and the real Hieronymus. Hello there, welcome. No flowers for me. That's not true. I grab a flower and I hand it to S'more. You get a flower too. You discovered a ruffled elf cup. What? This is also... I'm squinting at the ruffled elf cup, which looks a lot like a mushroom, but it says flower over here. I guess mushrooms are flower-like since they have their general fungus spore system, and then when they actually like quote-unquote bloom is the mushrooms part, you see? You can't fool me, game. That's a shroom. More like ass, fuck 'em. Oh my god, slime. I'd like a comment purge. Yeah, mushroom in parentheses flower. Okay, game. Wow, a whole town has really sprung up fast. And it's all around my uncle's lab. There it is. I like he's got pictures of just shaking bottles. Why did you read that? I hold up my hands. You say that like I don't read everything out loud. I just... you can't hear everything I say. That one was just a little bit louder. I actually whisper read everything else in chat. Clearly. Technically, the part of the mushroom that is pickable is a flower. That was my comment too, Mimi. Hey! Plants are lewd as frick. Woo! The cap is the reproductive part of the shroom. You know, I guess that's why it checks out why some mushrooms look like dicks then, right? Look! There's the general store. I should check it out and also introduce myself around town. I'm sure that getting to know the townspeople will make my life on the farm more pleasant. Alright, we run into town. I guess then, since they're commenting about the general store— what? Oh my god, who is this man? Cassidy? Who is this person? I've got an eye patch. I feel threatened. Hello there. My name's Cassidy and I run this general store. I sell a number of seeds and even bigger backpacks if you need to hold more items. It's always nice to see a new customer. Welcome to Planwell Point, a town that seems to have sprung up almost overnight. People are coming from all over to see the planimals and slimes that have been discovered here. And slimes? Oh geez, slime. Beyond just the heart slimes? Cassidy is not crazy. Cassidy is nuts. Got him. Were they going for a rune, an RE4 merchant vibe? Good question. I like how small their mouth becomes when they have it closed though. Just tiny lips. Pouty lip. That's a perfect business opportunity for me. Come by anytime during the day if you want to look at my wares. I have different items each season, so keep checking back. What? Who is this person? Also, I think they have like a row of X's for their eye. This person, however, here, right there, they've only got the 2 X's like me. I guess everybody's dead around here. Misty! I like the rendition of her hat over here because then it's got green dots on it instead of just a bunch of little gray X's. Look at them. Oh, sure. I live in a saloon, but it's better than nothing. Captain Ash lets me stay here rent-free as long as I work the saloon when he's not there. Pretty sure Cassidy cooks meth as a side hustle. Maybe we should be cautious about interacting with them then. And Skinny-hon, hello, welcome. Oh, what? Who's this person? Joy? Oh! They're fashionable. Hi, be sure to watch your stamina! I've seen people get so tired they can barely move. Adorable. It's not meth, it's recreational potions. Goth tomboy girlfriend, but look at Thorn! They've got a cool black, jacket, sweatshirt. Look at them! They're cool! And they're even working at the Slimery, Slime. Look at that. I heard Goth GF and came as soon as I could. Is Joy a nurse? Good question. Look at those glowy slimes though, that's true. I don't know what Thorn is, if they're girl, guy, or even non-binary. Who knows? Welcome to the Slimery. The name is a combination of armory and slime. Get it? My name is Thorn, and I run this place with my friend Spike. I want to meet Spike. Are they gonna be cool hardcore like Thorn? He's not very talkative, but I talk for the both of us. Ha 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 ha. If you need some supplies for livestock, then this is the place to come. I can also upgrade your tools. Tool upgrades cost money and minerals. Minerals can be found in the dungeon north of town, but be careful in there. Come by any time during the day when we're open and we're happy to help. However, chat, I don't think we're going to be able to romance Thorn, because note their lack of heart right here. Maybe it's because of the cutscene. Quick test. No, we can't talk to them and have them appear here. That's not the right button. Here's I. Okay, I see the heart relationship. We'll check in there. The inventory tab shows you what items you're currently holding. Upgrade your backpack to expand it. Pretty straightforward. Close that. Relationships. The relationship tabs shows you how each resident of Planable Point feels about you. Try getting to know each resident and giving them gifts. You might even get some bonuses for it. Well, it looks like oh, actually, this is like spoilers. We could already see everybody. Oh no, I'm not gonna scroll down anymore because I like happening across them and meeting them that way and not seeing everybody like ahead of time. Because look over here at Captain Ash. He's got some crazy eyes as his mouth just hangs open. He's probably like, hey there, welcome to my saloon. And you're like, oh, Captain Ash, please stay a couple of feet away from me. Captain Ash looks like they're an old. They do look that way. Is this the other person working here? Whisper? Oh.
Wood isn't good for a lot here, but it's still a great resource. You can use it for fences and chests, and all you need is to have the materials.
Also, who the fuck would want to get with Cassidy? Slime, please! Even Cassidy, the meth dealer, deserves love. What was that thing? I think it's turned away, but I guess that's a planimal, right? Oh! Hang on, it has turned towards us! Look, it's got sort of a rabbit style look to you. Do you think? Like a mushroom rabbit? Acorn puppy? I think maybe acorn rabbit. See, it's got just a little round tail, long ears. Oh, adorable. A mush puppy. I love their headband. Look at Doc Marshall with their little heart headband. Oh, which we did see them in the relationship panel, but I'm commenting on it now since we're actually talking to them.
Welcome to the clinic. I run the clinic with my daughter, Joy.
There they are. That means, yeah, I don't think we could romance Thorn because Doc Marshall, you can see, has no heart. Cassidy didn't have a heart. Joy, when we talked to them, had a heart. Again, it is entirely possible that they're just not showing them because we're in like a little cutscene, but
this town has popped up pretty quickly, but people still need medicine, so we decided to open up. I sell a few useful items, such as stamina potions.
Hey, she didn't yell stamina at us like everybody else has been.
So if you ever find you need a little extra energy, then come see me. We're open every day.
When will a game be bold enough to let us romance a parent truly? Oh my god, look at this guy. They're huge! Jet! My parents are super into science, but not me, brah. I'd way rather work out, you know? Brah. Large lad. Technically, Honey Pot Up let you do that. I feel like that's kind of an exception game when you're actually looking at straight, you know, sexy games like that. They tend to be a little bit more willing to have you romance a non-traditional kid. Is that an eyeball snail? It ran away. Hey, I think it got shy. Dream Daddy let you date parents, you know? That is true. That was all about parental dating. I don't like the way parental dating sounds. Hang on. I guess daddy dating doesn't sound much better, though. Rufus. Hello. Look at that sort of... I guess that's not smug. I wouldn't put that as smug. More like condescending, like dismissive. He's like, ugh, you? Ugh. You catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. Especially in Planable Point. We are a tight-knit community and like to help each other out. Well, that didn't really match his look. He's like, hey, be nice to people. As he's looking, like, down on me. Oh, can't enter that house. I guess we'll go ahead and... Rufus likes politics, and he's become disillusioned as a result. Where's Uncle? Where's Uncle around? Wait, this Uncle House? That is Uncle House. That's where we want to go. Shot by post
Distant Caco's Twitch! You can't just advertise for me in my own chat. That's illegal. Where is Dream non-binary? Good question. You should go ask somebody to make that game. Caco is my dream mommy. I close the door. Hey there, wait. This is Professor Spark. Hey there, Jane dear. She's never gonna talk to me again after that. So, you couldn't wait to learn about my research, could you? I've discovered a magical slime in the dungeon north of town. Slime? Slime? Is that you, Slime, up there in the dungeon north of town? Magic, even? Dude! Slimes come in different colors and have mysterious properties. I've been experimenting and have discovered that when you place a red slime onto a crop you are growing, that it will transform. The crop will turn into what I call a planimal. They're fiercely protective of whoever makes them and will even follow you around. Oh my god! We could have a little eyeball slime following us, or a little mushroom acorn rabbit. House! I grab slime and I start smearing them all over my crops. Or phrased illegally, you put slime and smear it over your seed? But what if I just want a radish that isn't alive? Don't spread red slime on it and you're fine. You can't smear your viewers? Radish? More like rubbish. Phil. You can't say that. Dude, what the frick? And radical. I'm like pausing as I read your name. I'm just gonna say, Radical, thank you for following. People around town are finding all kinds of uses for slime. Some are even able to power their houses with it. Holy. And like a fuel too? Radishes are gross. Princess, what? Radishes suck? Oh my god. So you may notice a few strange pipes around town. The Slime Co. Pumping Company has even moved into town. Slime Co. Pumping Company? I'm not sure exactly what they want because they're pretty secretive. The dungeons are closed at the moment, but I've collected some red slime for you. Simply apply it to a planted crop or even a seed, and the plant will blossom into a planimal. Make sure you keep watering it though. It's really an amazing sight to see. Mimi? Illegal. Why did Nightbot not time you out for that one? That should have been an illegal one. Oh wait, no, there it is. Nightbot was just a little bit slow. Nice try, Princess. Nightbot's like, look, I might have been late on that other one, but not you, Princess. Reacting very quickly. I already had built a planimal pen on your farm that you probably noticed. The pen can be used to manage your planimals. Planimals seem to get jealous of each other, so it's best to only have one of each type at a time. Planimals get jealous of each other? That's me, dude. Take this red slime and give it a try. I bribed Nightbot so at least everyone could see it. Aw, man. Hello? Dot? Make sure you don't accidentally eat a planimal. They look a lot like the plants they're made from. Hang on. I'm looking at her planimal? What is it supposed to be? What kind of plant is hers from then? Alright. If we sell this red slime, do we get soft locked? That's a good question. Would it let us put it into the consignment board? I don't know. Bulb boy? Maybe. Alright. And we'll just head over to our farm and we can smear this red slime all over our crop. Only one though. You don't want multiple because otherwise the plantimals could get jealous. There we go. I like that it blinks red after you smear it on so you can tell. Is that plant okay? It's glowing red. That is not a healthy glow. But I guess we're supposed to do it. I don't know if I'm supposed to just run right back to Uncle, like, excitedly, wave my hands around to him and be like, Uncle, Uncle, I smeared the red slime. I did it. I did it. Oh, hey, I leveled up. I can make a chest now. Let me pull up my inventory then. The crafting tab shows items you can make yourself from items in your backpack. Recipes are unlocked by leveling up your character. Almost everything gives XP, so check back once you've leveled up your character to build new items to improve your farm. And I can make a chest now, which I just straight up clicked, so I made one. Look, it's like I'm an adventuring planner. Oh, I can't put that next to my fence. I guess it's illegal to place it here. Just all up the area in front. Should I place it then at the edge of my farm? I think that's what I'll do. And then I can start storing my stuff here. Okay, this kissim flower gets its own special place over here so we can keep track of it. Maybe all flowers, which maybe elves eat it? Are elves real in this world? Are they like vampires? What level do you need to reach to be able to make out? 0, because I've got the kissim flower. Give it to people and say, yeah, I just made out with that guy. The flowers on this plant look awfully inviting. You kiss the flower. The level where you can make the step ladder? Is that so you can put down the step ladder and climb up and give him a peck? Mwah. Yes. Perfect. That'll be for Jet. Put down a step ladder. Oh, John, hello there. Welcome. Help me, step ladder. I'm stuck. What? Oh, wow. Wait, oh, slime. Slime. Delayed realization of your reference. God dang it, slime. Illegal. Really cool name color, John. It's true. John does have a very good name color with that shade of blue. Was listening to the stream when I went to the store. It was like listening to a farming podcast. Welcome to my farming podcast where we talk about and play farm games. But you don't get to see any of it. I just talk about it. You love aquamarine? Aquamarine is an excellent color. Really, my favorite sort of color umbrella is blues and greens. So aquamarine over there, a great color. It is also a good rock. That's also true. It is a very attractive gemstone. One of the better colors for slimes too. We nod. Oh my god, I'm green! It's true, Mimi, I point. Your name is also green, a great color. Willie's name over there, green, excellent. I head over and go to sleep and bed for the day. Another day of no profits. I'd say Mimi is more jade. It's still under that green umbrella, though. Look, slowly, our little planet's gonna get big and strong. I roll on out. I'm getting stuck in between. Wait! I get distracted by melon. I love melon. Wait, is that another kissim flower? It is. I need to do a little walk around in this area to do a little bit of foraging. Is there any more Mushrooms, flowers around? Are you looking at people's name colors now and you're like, hang on. Are we colorblind chat over here? I specifically made it the most baby vomit green I could make it. God dang it. Uncle, what are you doing? You're just standing next to the sign? I'm just Pinky Stinky. Hey, kitty. You have the same name color as slime. Pink is also a great color. I might prefer blue-greens myself, but that doesn't mean pink is bad. Hey, Jane dear. I've been out here for a long time trying to gather a number of different items for my research. Caco, did you see the Moomin game reveal? I did. It was posted. Ah! Sorry, I knocked over the little holder thing. For my phone. I did see the Moomin game reveal, and I feel like when that comes out, we're gonna need to stream it. I saw it and was like, Caco will love this! I was like, ooh, ooh. Could you help me with it? You can? You didn't even give me time to answer. He was like, can you help me with it? Oh, you can? And I'm like, I'm sure and he just cuts me off, instantly continuing on. Great! I placed a board in the center of town with the items I need to collect. If you manage to complete a set, I can reward you with special upgrades for the farm. You won't be able to get these upgrades anywhere else. Some of the items I need are only available in specific seasons, so it may take you a long time to gather everything, but I promise it will be worth it. Alright. Farm expansion, huh? Wild food collection, flower collection, enemy collection, fish collection, dry crop, wet crop, dark crop. Use the evil crops down here. A community center bundle. Everyone wants to be the next Stardew. Yep. Like dark colored crop tops.
I don't think they're referring to a type of fashion down here.
I'm not quite... See, we can see moon melon. I have one of those in my inventory. Do I then have to say, hold it? No, I didn't want to do that. I don't remember how he said I actually turned the items in. Oh, well. Oh. Like, I turned my character around and just like... Hey, chat, I have something for you. A kiss and flower. Oh, heck. Oh, jeez. It also looks funny when I'm holding it then and running around because it looks kind of like I'm just running completely sideways. Y'all think Bethesda is gonna try to sell Skyrim again today at the game show? Why would they not? Rocky Ridge, beware of dungeons. Well, we are adventurers. Well, we're farmers, but we do like adventuring. Why is there a skeleton just hanging out right here, comfortably sleeping on a bed of leaves? Bones! Of course you'd get excited about them, Welly. Ah, it's Whisper again. Bishop doesn't like it when I go out at night by myself. Maybe I should get some planimals to keep me safe. Oh, well, and we can't go over there. Bridge broke. Gonna have to fix it then. You, Uncle. Sorry, Jane dear. Dungeon's blocked right now. Try coming back another day. Like he's just hanging out next to him is like, sorry, can't look at that. I love that I can make no observation against this guy right here. It just like game just shrugs at me and is like, "Yep, that's a skeleton. Don't worry about it. It's fine." Slime Co, keep out. I push over the sign. Wait, I get distracted. I grab the melon. And then I go inside. I look up every time you say uncle. Yeah, don't blame you. It's like yesterday when I would say Emily and there were the two Emilys in chat. There's no one here. What is all this stuff? I know everyone is interested in plantimals, but something about Slime Co seems off. Hey. Can I steal all their slime then? Nobody's here to stop me. Eh? Eh? Can I steal their rugs too? Just roll them up and stick them in my pocket so I can decorate my house? Again, nobody's here to stop me. Slime Co keep out? Nobody here. They don't have any guards. Apparently they don't have any employees. Imagine just putting up a sign that says keep out, but not locking your door and having nothing around to defend, like, from trespassers. Nothing to steal, so no need for guards. Well, there was plenty inside to steal. There were those slime containers, there were those carpets, there were some boxes. I think my character's just too pure and shook her little finger, was like, no, we can't steal those. Stealing is bad. Caco, after being away from them for a year, I have fallen hard back into my gacha addiction. Oh no. Emily, get out. Stop. Turn around. Run away. Oh, this is the saloon. Apparently this is also Rocky Ridge. Beware of dungeons. It costs cash money. There's like a pile of rock right here, and I guess I have to throw a bunch of money at it so that the rocks will get up and get out of my way. Basically like a troll that is at a bridge, but it's a pile of rock. They made a slime isekai one. I have to! Is that at least a gacha game with cute girls? That's most gacha. All of them, because I love seeing cute girls. Just follow people on Twitter or other platform where people post or can post art that make cute girl art. And then there you go. You can see all of the cute girls that way. I can't break into people's houses. Has it just gotten too late at night? Well, the general store opened just fine. Hey there, Joy. I'm gonna be honest. The way Joy kind of looks, you see how it, the neck section, to me, makes it not look like a neck, but like a little section of her mouth, and the darker area around it looks kind of like a beard to me. Joy in the graveyard! Woohoo! I think she's saying the same thing as she did before to me about stamina. Joy looks a lot like Sunset Shimmer. Welly. There you are, constantly tossing your hands up about Twilight Sparkle, and yet you can name Sunset Shimmer as well? Hold on. You know who it is too! Well, see... was that an MLP thing? Yes. I like watching cartoons and animated things, so My Little Pony is not going to be an exception for me. I watch that too because it's not animated. I'm there. I'm here for it. God, I wish I could hold hands with Goth Girlfriend in Graveyard. I know. Caco5 heading to Twitter. Whee! But apparently Glowing Glade is over here, and it's the same case where I have to pay a bunch of rocks to get out of my way. So I guess we're not going over there right now. There is also the weather. It said that there was a time up here too, but I don't know exactly what is my time reader. When it's raining like this, it also, wait a second, are these more, wait, what? That right there, that's a plant. Can I Can you turn around, please? Flanimal? Hello? Kinda do a little... They're adorable. I love them. I want that one. Can I get a spooky ghost with skull head? A turnip ghost? Maybe turnip ghost. I want a turnip ghost, chat. What the hell? Ghost turnip lizard. I love them. I love them too. I hope my... Are the planimals randomized? Why does the great man have a plump ass? What? Excuse me? Excuse me, also Bush. You're in my way. Hang on, was there an item right there? No, it was just wood. Don't care about wood. And now we can return back home. Wait, I still have full energy. Let me chop down a couple of these trees. Start clear-cutting things down here. And then we'll head to bed. The purple grape one next to the turnip boy. I was too distracted by the turnip boy ghost to pay any attention to the purple grape one, honestly. He was caked up. Dude, stop looking at the planimals, dude. They're gonna get embarrassed. Oh, now I can make a fence. Does the fence do anything? Ranchers everywhere use these basic fences to control their livestock. Well, I guess that's what they do then. Whenever we are able to have livestock, we can put up a fence and keep them contained within. You know, trap them. They're mine, they belong to me. They can't go run away out into the wilderness. My livestock. Oh no, this is just like Pokemon if people are staring at the planimal butts. Help? Help? I hold up a little sign that says SOS, and I start just walking around searching for somebody who can provide assistance. I need to escape. I need to be free from the sin. Wile E. Coyote sign. Can Caco do a smash or pass on the planimals? Oh my darling princess! Illegal! What a good time to join the stream! Snut Bucket says as they just slide in and are like, ooh. Hello there. Welcome. Indeed, what a time to join. Well, since it's not raining today, I need to water the crops on my own. I can't just have nature do it for me today. Do I have... This is my money right here. Maybe what I should do is head over to the general store and buy some more seeds. Because if we're going to make our cash money profit off of plants, we need more plants growing. Well, you are part of nature, so nature is taking care of your crops. Don't throw out some weird semantics at me. I don't want to be considered nature. Ah, jeez. 500. Yeah, I don't know how much 500's worth, though. And I got a new flower. I'm gonna end up being a... But I guess since they're commenting, though, that the flowers can be sold and that we don't really do much with them otherwise, maybe I should ship them. Just throw them in the... I guess it's not shipping in this, it's putting them on the consignment board. Wait, that was Yellowweed? Yeah, it is what it said. The font is just weirdly spaced. Yeah. It's got some big gaps between each of the numbers. We shipping? Oh, jeez. Oh, heck. I ship joy? With me? Shimping. Dang it.
If you get the basics set up on your farm, then you will have more time to work on creating planimals. They are pretty cute, but also really helpful in protecting you.
Whisper is cute. It's true. Zoomed out, it looks kind of like they're wearing some kind of tactical gear. But I'm not sure what exactly. just saw a game that was pretty much just straight up literally a Stardew copy paste with a different tone. I mean, you always get those too. You'll have some where they're doing a little bit of their own spin, you know, take their own concept, run from there, and then you have other devs that do just kind of straight up copy paste. There's always at least one. So we've got Mutado, Radish. So when it's referring to dry and wet, it seems like then that maybe this game only has 2 seasons rather than something like spring, summer, fall, winter. It instead just has wet season, dry season. I think it was showcased on whatever the current summer game show thingy was. I'm just surprised they'd allow it because it's literally the same characters and designs. Is it seriously? Huh. Now I want to look at it later. Because now I'm curious to what it looks like exactly. I'm grabbing my notepad. Yeah, name Slime. Yeah, Slime named it in the first comment there. I'm writing it down. Here it is. Okay. So, we've got Mutado, we've got Radish, and that's it. So I guess those are my only seed options, and I just bought 1 Mutado. I don't remember if it was Radish that I planted on my farm first. But I'm spending all of my money, essentially, on it. So there we go. Cassidy, have a good day. I'm heading back to the farm. Oh, and then Welly you went and looked it up and you're like, wow, it is like the same thing. You know what? As you're talking about it, honestly, I think I remember looking through Steam one day and coming across a farming sim. And I was like, oh my god, this is just a complete duplicate of Stardew Valley. What the heck? I think those are maybe the only farming sims that I would take an exception. I'm not gonna say that one specifically, but ones where it looks like it is pretty much just a stolen asset type. I obviously don't know every game, so it doesn't mean I'm always going to be able to tell personally. But if I'm able to point and go like, yep, I recognize those pixels arts from another game. Though I know there is the extent that there are artists that will make pixel art available for general use, so Stardew would be an exception, of course. Obviously, if someone's using Stardew sprites in their game, those would be straight up stolen. But if you have an artist that makes art that says, hey, you can use this in your video game, then technically if somebody used it in their video game and you saw it in 2 places, one wouldn't be stolen from the other. They would have just gotten their art from the same source. That also reminds me, a billion years ago, I remember back during the green light days of Steam, one of the big, I guess I don't know how big it actually was, but an issue that I would see people comment about is how so many games would just be asset flips of each other. That would be literally the same game, but they swapped out the assets so that way they could resell it. And I think the money scheme of it was that when people would play the game and they would get the trading cards, is that the game devs would get a little percentage of the profits when the cards resell. So they would asset flip them and have all of these trading cards that you could get. Just that way they could make profits off of the cards. So many Hello Neighbor games. I guess there's that case too. A bunker? Chat. Why do I have a bunker? Why is the bunker covered in moss and is very concerning looking? Is the world gonna end? I don't know. I think back to Slime Co. and I start sweating. You don't remember what happened to Emilyville? Phil, are you saying the same thing could happen here, where just suddenly there's a tsunami out of absolutely nowhere, and it comes rolling over the entirety of my farm? I quickly book it out to my bunker, and I'm like, thank God I actually built one. Or, I guess I didn't build it, it was already there, but hey. Maybe it's an animal shelter? Why would I call it a bunker, though? I miss the days where Steam Store was more controlled. Yeah, it becomes sort of a toss-up, because you would have complaints from devs, you know, about how it would be difficult or like trying to get their game onto Steam, or, you know, you have the side where you just allow everything and you end up with a bunch of crap that ends up on your platform too, and it becomes a balancing point of, well, do you want to just kind of gatekeep what's allowed and not, or do you want to just have everything on, or... It's a point of argument, debate, I feel like. But I think something that could help is when people, like users themselves, are tagging games, they don't do it for meme purposes, and they will legitimately properly tag stuff, would probably help too. It's okay, we're already past the nuclear apocalypses. Where do you think all that radioactive slime comes from? I start sweating nervously. It's full of shovelware these days. I mean, it was in the past, too. Why is Uncle bringing me down a red slime? Oh, he's being chased by it. Help me, Jane dear! Oh, wait, no, there it goes. I guess it saw me and got afraid. Which it should be. Should be scared of me. You go on the main Steam page now, and you'll see some dumb shit. But then you can see porn too, chat. Don't you love to go down there and look at the top selling games, and like, of the list that they have, at least one of them is hentai, and you point at it and you're like, oh, hell yeah, adult game. Yeah, woo! I love nudity! I love hentai! Yes! Yes! And you instantly purchase it. So many hentai games. I've had to hit ignore on so many titles. Or do you mispronounce it in that case and say titles? Help. Isn't there a filter for adult games? Yes, but I think there is an extent where they don't always work because it's kind of up to the dev or the, like, whoever uploaded the game to Steam to properly tag their game, and if they don't do that, then on the side of Steam, it can't actually properly hide the game from you. It's kind of like how sometimes with those hentai games, and you'll hover over them and they give you the preview pictures, and it will show, and you're not supposed to be able to hover them and see any of the, like, inappropriate nudity stuff, but sometimes it has anyway, and it's kind of like, this is not supposed to happen. Kako said she loves hentai. Flip it and ship it. I hold out my hands, come on. Everybody loves hentai, right? It's called hentai, and it is art. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that's how it rolls. The filters are garbage. Yeah, climp it and shimp it. Slime, please. The slimes have never come out of the dungeon before. Something must have happened to agitate them. They're normally pretty peaceful. Meet me north of town tonight, by the dungeon. We need to investigate this. You'd better bring a planimal with you for your protection. Here, you can take this mutanko. I made it by using a red slime on your mutato plant. Different types of slime will mutate your crops in different ways, but a red slime will always make some kind of planimal. Take this sword to beat any slimes you come across. This should help keep you safe. I have to run to the lab, but meet me outside the dungeon entrance tonight. Oh, this is the one that Emily had commented about the dumpy on it. I don't know, it just has like the little slight line. I like that it kind of has sleepy, sad eyes. It's kind of disappointed that it has to help me out. It's like, ugh, Spark is leaving me with you. Alright, I guess I can't complain. You haven't done anything weird yet. You haven't done anything annoying either. As it just follows me along. What? See, look, there's another slime! What's it doing out here? Ooh! It's also, like, very slow. Oh, that was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Sorry, slime, you're dead now. You discovered green slime. This slime will rapidly grow your crops into its final stage when applied directly to the plant. Could I super speed then my plants to being fully grown? Another one! Death! Smoker eyes and a Hank Hill dumpy. Oh my god, it's not. As you're looking at the plant, well, stop it, dude! Wait for what, Willie? Hang on, did I talk to this guy? I don't think I've talked to this guy. Nemo? He's got some heterochromia. Heterochromia Nemo Grandpa over here. Excuse me, where's your submarine? I know, Captain Nemo. Make sure you are taking care of your farm so you will have more time to explore the areas around Planimal Point. Oh, that's all he says? Okay. Why can you romance this old fuck but not the sexy Slimer boy? I'm not sure that it is related to romance because I'm fairly certain that the lady that was inside Uncle's shop right here, who also had a heart, I'm pretty sure they're married. And you definitely cannot just come in here to your uncle and totally date his wife. That's not happening. I think the hearts just indicate whether you can friend them or not. And maybe just particular NPCs, like the shop NPCs, you can't actually befriend. They're just delegated just shopkeep. Or maybe, again, it could be a cutscene thing. I don't know. The potato's name is Archon. Please don't be rude. God dang it, princess. Did your first planimal grow or... No, it's still growing. It's not fully grown yet. And I don't want to use green slime to fully grow it quite yet. Because Uncle's letting me borrow his planimal, and I would imagine I want to get rid of that before I grow up my own. Where did that thing come from? Uncle. It's a borrow. Hi, Jane dear. I've managed to make another breakthrough with slime. This is my new hybrid machine. By mixing two crops with special combination of slime, I found I can create hybrids. These are combinations of two different crops that I think will be more valuable than regular crops. Just like Monster Rancher, you could actually do this in Harvest Moon, It's a Wonderful Life as well. There was like this special item or special plant thing that you could get that would talk, and you could give it 2 seeds, and it could blend those seeds together, and you would get a new hybrid crop. Time for a tomato. A tomato, and what would be the second one? The ako? What's the ako part? What's the co part? Tobacco. Tomato and tobacco? Oh no. Finally, I can grow the omega weed. Walk up over here to Grandpa, and I've got like a weed leaf in one hand, and I've got a poppy flower in the other, and I'm like, I'm ready to make some weed opium over here. Thank you. Caco. Bleh. These are combinations of 2 different crops. Wait, I read that one. It seems that once you create a hybrid, you can't slime the plant further. Poppy wanna. Oh no, but if you say it like that, it's like, does Poppy want? Oh no. It seems that once you create a hybrid, you can't slime the plant further.
So you can't do multiple hybrids.
One only. I'm still tinkering with the machine, but you can combine anytime you like and give it a try. Let me know if you discover anything interesting.
You shove the seeds in here, right? Because then if I could grab... I can't do it right now, I guess, since I'm poor. But then I could get a radish seed and a mutado seed and combine them together and see what we get and try growing it. I'm intrigued. Rad-tato. Ah, now that's the combination you... Hang on, Muddish? I don't know that I like that combination name. That doesn't sound like an appealing or exciting type of planimal. Just Muddish? Do you get something like a muck, do you think? Balloons? Hang on, what is this? Tubular. What's that? I can't interact with that at all, so it doesn't give me any information. Hello? I'm here for balloons and partying? A clown, perhaps? All I saw is a couple of birds. More birds. Nothing. Do you think maybe this is just the event grounds then? If there's some town event, this is where it takes place? Maybe that's going to be my guess. Slime. Illegal. Have I gone into this person's house? Oh, empty. Never mind. Doesn't matter. We continue on. You know, I don't think we've been inside the saloon at all either yet, so I should be sure to check out that. What the heck? A bellflower, huh? Huh. Alright, Uncle. I see you've gotten rid of all the rock, and now we can... What?
Sorry, Jane dear. Can only let you in at night.
What? Why can't I go into the dungeon during the day? Why is it illegal? It's not a daytime.
You can't go spelunking in a dungeon during the daytime. Ridiculous! It ruins the atmosphere. No. Come back at night.
Okay, Uncle, if you say so. I guess I'll come by later. More like Krengen. Oh, wait. Just that guy. Just that weird, smug, rich guy. With suit tux. I guess that's why I can't enter the saloon right now either, is because you can only enter in during the night. Can't enter in during the day. This person's got a couple of chairs out here. Can't enter their house either. What? I think I saw this earlier, but honestly, I'm pausing at it again, looking at it. I don't really understand what this planimal is supposed to be. The way its face looks, it kind of makes me think of a pig, but it's not a pig. It's clearly not pig inspired. I don't think I would call it a flower squid either. It's got 2 legs. Squids don't have 2 legs.
Work hard and play hard is my motto. I know Doc says to not work too hard because you can strain yourself, but sometimes it's hard to know when to take a break.
I feel that. Wait, I have not spoken to this person before. I don't think I've ever even seen them. Who are you? Lance? I like to fancy myself as the protector of Flanimal Point. I like to look out for everyone living here. Yeah, okay, Lance. Yeah. Given a sleep, given the bedge on the Lance. No interest. Get out of here. Wait! Oh my god. Hydra! Their name is even Hydra? Holy shit, they're cool, chat! Vex and I live together so we can train for battles. Yeah, waking back up for Hydra. Whoa. Well, that's all they have to say. Slime, all caps, I'm thirsty. Sinful. And I'm ready to Hydra 8. God dang it, slime. God dang it, slime. I was like hearing the sound of the acorn rabbit out here, and I was like, what the heck is that noise? It's just the planimals. Snudpugget, I'm leaving. No, come back! That was too much. Snudpugget just shaking their head at slime, crossing their arms, and walking away. Can't believe this is happening. I'm out of here. I forget about the dodge roll. Why are you booing me? I'm right. Yeah, alright. See, I don't want to water this because of these guys overlap. They didn't make the comment to me about, hey, don't have two of the same kind of planimal. Otherwise, they get jealous. Don't want any duplicate. Alright. Make sure my inventory is relatively clear. Guess then I'll go ahead and put away my other rocks and woods. Move my sword up further in the slot. I can hear again! Princess! Wow! We sleep until evening. And now since it is night... Oh! There's fireflies! Can I get a little bug net and catch them and put them in my home so I can have little fireflies lighten up my house? Give a really nice atmosphere to my home? Oh. So why has the town opted for red lights to light things up? It makes it kind of spooky. I guess these ones aren't, though. Oh. So we were wondering before what she had following her around. Apparently, it's a little guy with the giant eye. Honestly, I think it's cute. I run away from little eye guy. I'm back! Oh, John, hello there. Welcome back. People are pretty safe in Planimal Point at night, but it's good they don't explore outside of town. They aren't brave like me or Vex. Maybe you are brave too. I think I'm brave. Chet, I'm brave, right? I don't run away like a coward from battle. No, I face it head on, sword in hand. Hoo-yah, hoo-jah. With just my basic sword. I wave to Misty and I head outside. The bravest? Oh, jeez. Alright, Uncle, here I am. What the? What? Huh? Who was that mummy person running past? Uncle? Uncle, excuse me? I'm not brave. I take pride in my cowardice. Well, it sounds like I'm gonna stand out here with my sword to protect you, Mr. Coward John. Did you see that? That was Wrigley, the manager at Slimeco Pumping. They started up here in town just a few days before you got here. They've been pumping slime into town to power some of the buildings. I have heard they want to profit off what I've discovered here, but I think that it could be dangerous to remove slime from the dungeon. I wonder what could be up to inside the dungeon? Very questioning, triple question marks, huh? I've noticed that there are wild slimes all over the place now. This has never happened before. I think whatever Slimeco is doing in there might have something to do with it. Would you go into the dungeon and find out what they're up to? From my research, I've found the dungeon is far too dangerous during the day. You should only investigate at nighttime. Why? What makes it dangerous in the day? Uncle, I need more information. Otherwise, I'm going to sneak in here during the day.
Be sure to always bring planimals with you to protect yourself. The dungeon is full of wild planimals and other strange creatures as well. Report back to me once you found anything. We have to make sure Slime Co. isn't up to no good.
Can I go over to Slime Co. now and meet the manager person?
Less dangerous at night since they go outside to wreak havoc? Maybe. Well, the manager still isn't here, so I don't know where they ran off to over here. Maybe they're up in a tree? Taking a tree nap and will wake up the next morning? I would have loved to meet the weird mummy manager, but I guess we're just gonna head inside the dungeon now. You can't talk to the manager, you're no Karen. Oh, but what if I want to be a Karen now? I want to talk to the manager. Does this mean I have to battle this other planimal guy? Alright, chat, it's time for planimal Pokemon. I slam him! Yeah! Hang on, I think the one on the right is theirs. The one on the left is me. I smash him. My level 1 Mutanko versus your level 2 Mutanko. Pathetic, weak, wild planimals are no match for my, well, I guess it's not really fair to show off and be like, my Mutanko's powerful and strong. Because it's not mine. It's just Uncle's. Do I really care about leveling up Uncle's planimal? Oh, I got free seeds out of it though. Hey, and hello there, Dag. D&D has concluded how goes the game. We're not super far along in it quite yet, but it's intriguing so far. We got a red crystal here. Mysterious crystals like these can be used to craft slime and even super slime. Do you crush down the crystals to make slime? Or do you have to put it into, say, I'm looking at the look of these gems. Looking, awfully Stardew over here. Oh! I think I learned how to make a path! Chat! Finally! I can put a wood path down on my farm so I don't get lost when I walk around it. I can just follow the path! Wow. The future is now. That's right, decorative flooring. Oh my god. So do you think when you breed or hybridize whatever the heck this eyeball is with the little guy over here, the Mutanko, whatever, that will yield you the little eyeball guy? I'm curious now. Literally just called an eyeball. Well, it's straightforward, I suppose. Kill him. Oh my god. It just made me shiny. It's throwing glitter at me. Stop it. Stop throwing glitter at Mutanko. He hates it. Look at that. Ouch. Oh, not the glitter. Kill him. Take him out. Oh, my poor Mutanko's only at 8 HP now. Wait. Level up. Does that heal it when it levels up? Planimals are monsters made from crops that are fiercely loyal to their creators. You can mutate a crop with red slime to make a planimal, but only hold one of each type at a time. Planimals can be used to battle other monsters in dungeons and help you to reach rare resources to upgrade your tools and buildings. I'm thinking that it does reset the HP, or it fills up when I level up, because it says 52 out of 52. I think there's also kind of looks like a fast exit system for the dungeon here, since there's this button right there. I'm going to assume that's what that is. Guess we'll go ahead and get some more crystals. Because if we can make the red, particularly the red crystals, into slime, that'd be great, because that means more transformation of my planimals. Or of my plants into planimals is what I mean. Picture the
Possibilities, chat. Can I one day get the acorn rabbit? How do I get the acorn rabbit? Could I make a rabbit with an eyeball? Do you think I'll also get a fishing pole at some point and I can go fishing? Nope. Nope. That is confirmed already. Because when we were at the board, whatever the board was called that Uncle was showing us earlier, there was that bundle for the fish. This is also a dead end right here. This is just a rock? I think that's just a rock. I guess I shouldn't have chopped down that wood. Waste of energy. My inventory is already full. What is this thing, by the way? A glow shroom. A glowing mushroom found only in the dungeons. It will refill a small amount of stamina. Well then, if we're feeling peckish, a little bit tired, I guess I am a little bit on the tired side. Not too intensely yet. The turnip ghost! I need to plant turnips. I'm squinting? You think that would be... I can't tell. I'm not sure if the X's are meant to be noses or are meant to be eyes. Frog rabbits? I'm unsure. It's called a frippo, so I think it's supposed to be a frog hippo then? Frog hippo. My Mutanko slaps it. Get it, take it down. Okay. The frippo's kind of powerful though. You see how much damage it does to me? Ouch! Oof! Ow! Oh no, it's gonna take me to- Oh no, am I gonna be able to live? Wait, one more. Yeah, I'm fine. We're good. We're safe. A frippo! Frippo? I would like some frippo seeds, please. I don't know what this tiny thing is that it gave me. I'm gonna ditch the rock, though. Throw that in the trash. Yes. And I can pick up whatever the heck this thing is. A bunion. A bunion? Aren't those the things that you get on your feet? No? Ew. I don't want any bunions. Gross. What the heck? Well, I guess we have moderately explored the dungeon. I'm getting very tired now, though, and my inventory is rather full. So I think it's safe to take my bunion back home. You know, give it a little bit of a massage. As my energy bar is completely empty, let's head out. Misty, why are you still outside and awake? You should be going to bed, like me. We head back home. Do you think Uncle's place is still open? Can I hop inside of there and be like, hey, Uncle, we went around and looked inside a little bit. Uncle? Oh, wait a second, the saloon's open. Spike? Are we sure that Spike isn't, like, a horror movie killer over here? They kind of look like they have a... Is this a necklace? I'm not quite sure what kind of look they've got going on. I sweat nervously. I enter. God dang it, Captain Ash. Maybe he's ugly. I'm not sure if it is a sack that he's got on his head. And the neck piece was like a tie to tie it on, or if he had like a silvery necklace with some tassels hanging off of it. And he just had some black void eyes. I don't know. Jasarl, hello. Welcome. What's this? A new customer? Welcome to the saloon, a great place to relax each night and unwind. Everyone around here calls me the captain, but to be honest, I'm not sure why. I mostly sell drinks, but I also have a few odds and ends. I love his little hat! It is pretty stylish, a good top off, and matches his suit perfectly. I even have a few furniture items, so check them out while you relax with a drink. Does this place have slot machines? Chat. You know, Emily said that they started getting up on the gacha. I point at the slot machines. It looks like we're gonna be able to get up on the gamba. Do you think I can afford them? How much do you think it costs per play? I look at my $50 in my pockets. It's not letting me interact with them. Captain Ash, can I ask you about the slot machines over there? No? Chad, I don't think I can gamble. Gambling addiction, Gray says excitedly as he's walking in. I attempt to click on all over them, but nothing. Nothing happens. There is no gambling. Hello there, Gray. You've just entered in a very sad moment then, as we find out that there is no gambling. It's illegal. I can't wait till my parents let me go to the saloon. I look around where we're in right now. Jet? Jet. Well, I like you go to typo, like, correct your typo, and you just typo with the same word. Oh, welly. Well, Jet, I'm gonna have to go tell your parents now. I'm still concerned that Spike is just hanging outside right here. Do you think then that means there's different characters that are gonna hang around town? Can I run around and attempt to enter some of the buildings now and they'll let me in? Hang on, I don't think I've met this person yet either. Bishop. My sister Whisper and I live near the general store in town and make furniture from home. Okay. Pretty straightforward then. Thanks, Bishop. I'm rushing over at high speeds to go in and look at the Slimerer. Locked? Oh. That's not a surprise, though. It is night. Closed up shop for the day. Maybe I'll be able to enter in people's houses and that's it. Can I enter into the cemetery house? No. Spud! Hello to you as well. Welcome. Hey. Can we grave rob at night? Sneak over to the graves. No. We can't do any grave robbing. We can't get free stuff from the dead. Chat. Life is hard. Life is hard when you can't graveyard. Graveyard? Grave rob. What's a little grave robbing? Apparently nothing, because it doesn't let us do it. I cross my arms, angry. Can't gamble. Can't steal from the dead. What am I? Am I even allowed to do anything over here? Oh my god. Oh, there's my crystal. Wait, that's ore. These are crystals. Ore. Means those guys go over here. Let us have fun, game. What the frick? Yeah, I think we'll put over the flower, even though this is really a mushroom. Since this is one when I hover over it, says straight up, this is a glow shroom. I can't see how much everything is worth though when I hover over it, up here in the top right. Should probably sell off my flowers, honestly. Alright, run inside the building. Hop into bed. Regain up my stamina. Oh. Oh, and it's raining, so I don't have to actually take care of my plants. Now, I'm also not going to sell off my Mutato here, because I think I want to try hybridizing them. I think we'll also pull out our flowers over here. We're gonna go ahead and sell them so we can make some cash. That way we can buy some, at the very least, the radish seed, like one radish seed. Make some kind of double potato.
I wish I could do that. Can I hybridize a potato with Mutato?
However, I am going to pause for a minute, chat. I need to go to the bathroom. We're gonna take a bathroom break. I don't know about using this pause menu though, because it doesn't have any music playing. But I honestly can't tell if it pauses it when I have just my inventory open. It feels definitely like it does pause if I've got this open. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap to the BRB screen. I'm gonna go ahead and play music, play an ad to eliminate those pre-rolls, and I'll be right back. Stop. That's it. I killed the music. It's over, chat. We're done with the break. There is no more break. There's only monsters and planimals now. Our jams! The jar's broken. The jam is spilled upon the floor. You monster! I have become the monster. I am the ruler of Monster Harvest. We proceed. And it's raining, and I forgot my umbrella. I love these slimes because they look huge and threatening, and like I should be afraid of them. But I just hit them once with my sword, and they die. Being jelly's no excuse to ruin our jam. Slick. Now, you? Oh, it's just Joy. Hi, Joy. I like their walk animation. Hang on, can you walk around for another second there, Joy? Come on, come on. A little bit more. I push them. Come on, Joy. There we go. Yeah, with their arms walking out there, very powerful stride.
Wow, Planimal Point is really thriving. People come from all over to brave the dungeons north of town.
Do they? Uncle just finished clearing up all the rocks that were blocking it and managed to get it. I swear, God dang whispers all over the place. I love the arm swing. I do too. Alright, we buy radish seed. Can I buy 2? Can I afford? No, I cannot afford 2. I can afford 1, which we're going to use for the mutation process. So it... Hi, Spike. Hey, how's it going? Ooh. I think that's a friendly who? I can't quite tell. Wait. That's the saloon. Is it over here to the right? Was Uncle's house? I keep getting thrown off. It's not like this town is very complicated layout-wise, but I'm thrown off by it regardless.
How are we harvesting monsters? With sword or shovel?
I think technically with shovel, since we're growing them in the ground, so I guess we dig them up when they're all done. Legionary, though. Hello. Welcome. I hope the first heart event for Spike is teaching them English.
Slowly, we will get them to speak.
Alright. 1 seed. And Gritty, hello, welcome. 2 seed. Huh? You made the Mutato Radish Hybrid. You can, it said you can now purchase it at the store too. Hang on, I like when I walk close to it and goes, hey, you can give this person a present. Nope, this is my bag of Mutato seeds. My hybridized radish Mutato. It's mine, it belongs to me, and I'm bringing it back to the farm. Is that Rick from the hit anime Rick and Morty? That's what we think it is, Gritty. We think he might be Rick, or a blend between Rick and Doc Brown. You know, put them together. I like how this game looks. I think it looks pretty nice. I'm honestly quite fond of these farming, or I shouldn't say specifically farming games. When they're the pixel games here, rather than taking just a direct top-down view, where they almost kind of turn the camera, so it has this sort of 3D world quality to it. I think it looks neat. I grab my hoe, and we plant our singular seed. Now, I'm not entirely sure when it talks about having the different kinds of planimal, if it means literally the same kind. Like if I made another Mutanko, they would get jealous of each other and upset. You know, we can't have duplicates that way, but we could have one of every planimal at the same time. You know, like Pokemon collect them all. It's very much like Don't Starve. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it too.
You can't apply slime to this plant. No!
Is it just because I've already got slime applied up here? Oh. Oh. I'm disappointed now. What the frick, dude? Slimeless. Oh. That does make me curious. Can I apply? Oh. Oh. Okay, does that allow me then to put slime down on this one? No? No! Sadness. Misery. Is it because I've already got the one? I don't know. But there they are. They're having a party. Oh, I see. It's called party because they're the ones that are in my group here. Here's the one that I got, that I raised. And I like... sell this? Do I keep the one that I got from Uncle forever? I'm not entirely sure. But I guess this is the case. What was the comment about getting potentially soft locked if you sold that red slime? I guess this was the method to get around that. So in case you did sell the red slime, that the uncle giving you a planimal will save you from it. I liked how Animal Crossing City Folk did it too. The like global rounding was kind of neat. That is also true. And being able to then see that sort of distance up as things just kind of like roll around the, I guess, quote-unquote planet.
He is cool. He can stay.
Yep, but he's staying in my pen.
We can have 2 taters now.
One for the party, one for the pen. Wait. That's a flower. And that's a flower. I guess then I should go ahead and ship off the flowers. And then we can sleep until evening. Or maybe we should go ahead and chop down some more trees. A whole 2? Like 2 mutankos? Yes. Whole 2. And a whole 2 flowers. Bang. They're in the shipping bin now though, which means 0 flowers. Bye flowers! Okay. Store the slime away. I'm gonna go ahead and put the Mutanko in there for now. Put away that honey pepper. Is there like Pokemon sort of combat in this game? Absolutely yes. And when it's evening here, you'll be able to check that out because we're gonna head up to the dungeon, which is where it takes place. But I'm gonna chop down some trees here, use up my energy, and then we'll take a nap till evening. I don't know if sleeping until evening will restore my stamina, but this is the time where we're going to find out now.
Kiss him, flower.
Yeah, give the kiss 'em flower to someone you have a crush on.
This kiss is for you.
Oh heck, oh jeez. I don't want to use up all my energy just in case the energy doesn't restore when you're sleeping till evening. I'm checking. I'm comparing. I'm sleeping. Okay. Sleeping until evening restores some stamina, but not all of it. So it's good that I didn't just bleed through all of my energy. Because we'll need that for when we go up to the dungeon here. Chat, I've got a glass water bottle, and when I go to take a drink of it, I'm sometimes horrified because sometimes I'll slightly knock the bottle against my tooth, or one of my teeth, and I'm always horrified that one day I'm gonna go to take a drink out of my water bottle, and I'm going to forcefully bring... What the heck? Night makes the slime feel larger than normal. I feel like there's going to be a day where I bring the water bottle too forcefully towards my face, and I'm just gonna slam it into my tooth, and it's going to just break my tooth into pieces or something. I've done that before and it's terrifying. Like, break your tooth or just knock it into your tooth. And Legionary. Here we go. This is the combat. With Frippo striking first. Ooh, hang on. I can neutralize them now. Frighten your foe. Decreases enemy's damage for the next 3 turns. I'm gonna do that, I suppose. Because he did. Oh, that actually is really good since he was doing 8 damage. Now I can only do 3. Did he just heal himself for 1 health? Pathetic. Knock it into. I've never chipped a tooth, thank God. Glass will break and your tooth will disintegrate. I bring the water bottle up to take a drink. I slam the bottle into my tooth. The bottle shatters. My tooth just a bunch of little tooth dust now. No! But I am unironically spooked that I will accidentally crack my tooth doing it. Bring it up. Slammed. Not my tooth! Slight nervousness. I guess this is the consequences of having a glass water bottle. But this is the very exciting Pokemon combat. Look at them as they slam into each other. Pow, poo, pow. For good reason, dental care in the US is not cheap without insurance. Well, at least for me, I do have insurance. I've got insurance through my job, so I'm covered there. I would imagine or hope that my insurance would also then cover a tooth being cracked repair. And look! I can make a scarecrow now! Chat! I can have a boyfriend. The boyfriend just for me. My man. When I was 10, I chipped a tooth on a saltine. I have no idea how. I've always had good mouth hygiene. Yeah, what the heck? When I was tiny child, I would have been under 10 years old. I don't remember my exact age, maybe 4 or 5. I don't remember how I did it exactly, but I remember I did chip off a little part of my tooth. But it was fortunate in the side that it was just a baby tooth. So I did eventually lose that tooth anyway, so the fact it was chipped didn't really matter. Is that gone now? Tooth dust sounds like what the Tooth Fairy sells behind a Wendy's. Tooth Fairy? Tooth Fairy? You let me try some of this the other day, for free, but now I can't stop. I need more. I need the fix. I love this fire snake. I want fire snake. Chat. Chat. Tell the fire snake it has to come home with me. I like the fire snake. I want it to be mine. Why can't the fire snake belong to me? Crows are not afraid of boyfriends? Oh. Does that mean if I make the scarecrow my boyfriend that it won't scare away the crows? Or that I'm not allowed to have the scarecrow as a boyfriend? Oh, jeez. Yo, I lost a baby tooth biting into a fucking saltine with spam. I never realized that saltines were so dangerous, chat. Be afraid if ever you go for the cracker. You might not have your tooth survive without injury. You bite into it and it just cracks. Weak tooth! Ready, take it back! I'm neutralizing this fire snake because it's level 4? Afraid it's going to do more damage? Yeah, 4 damage to me. I just need to level up and get that heal. Crow check rolled a 7. Does that mean no scarecrow boyfriend? Oh. Oh. Am I gonna get enough EXP to level up? Oh, thank goodness. If that didn't level up, I think we would have had to leave the dungeon because I wouldn't be able to survive any more Pokemon. I mean, Planimal battles. This color? Do you think this is also red slime since there is a pipe here, which would imply Slimeco is pumping this out, right? Is Slimeco collecting that red slime? Is that red slime? Slime or melon soda? Hang on, look, it's the weird pig thing. You! Oh. It's a brain, chat. It's a brain. Ranger? Can I have a brain, please? Mine's not very good itself. Do you think I could, ask my uncle, get myself a hookup of a Ranger and, replace my own normal brain? That also did look kind of like purple soda. Do you think maybe the Slimeco is pumping out the purple soda so they have some free drinks for all of their employees? It's dangerous. Comedy. Lone Viking. Hello, welcome. What? No! It neutralized me! You're not supposed to use the same defense attack. Oh! I kill him anyway. And I win. Take that, Branger. Chat. We're in. We can grow a new brain. Brain 2. More powerful than the brain that we had before. This one will be stronger. It will be able to process thoughts faster. Our processing brain power increases. Do you think it can do our taxes for us? I don't know, but I hope so. It has to. Hi, Cringe! Hello, welcome! Thanks for resubscribing for 7 months. Appreciated. You came in just on the discovery of the Brainkin seed. We can grow our own brain, Cringe. I can't wait. I cannot wait. And now I'm also picturing the hybrids we're going to be able to do in the future. What can we make? What could we put together? I desperately run towards the brain. Neutralize him. Alright, less damage, we take him out. I'm going to hope that we get another Brainkin seed so we can use it to hybridize with, because then we can plant one and put some red slime onto it, and then we can hybridize another and then see if we can slime that one up too. Finally, I heard having a brain is super hip these days. Yeah. Brains are all the rage. People love to flaunt them. What the heck? You know, I don't think I've gotten any blue slimes before, but I also can't fit them in my inventory.
Brain or Brian? Brian or brain? What can we make with a brain? We can make more Brians. Brian.
Well, is that what we're gonna have to name our new Brainkin when they get nice, big, and grown?
Not you, Brian. We wanted Weeb.
What? But Brian doesn't want to be left out. Oh. Is this like Harvest Moon in Pokemon? It is indeed. I don't have any room, though, for the red slime. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to ditch the Mutado seeds. Since if we're comparing prices here, the slime you can see is worth high dollar, whereas the Mutato seeds are not. We'll go ahead and ditch them. I throw them in the garbage. This is why we need some backpack upgrades. That's actually so cool. Yeah, I feel like we played only one other game so far that's had that sort of Pokemon farming combination. I know that there's other games out there, but we haven't gotten to them yet. We also totally cannot open that chest because we don't have any inventory room. But then again, we could ditch something. I am also loving this weird Venus flytrap dinosaur. Like, his name is Chompy, seriously. He also did 11 damage. I don't think we're going to live. I think we're doomed, chat. We did 11 damage to him too! Nope, we're dead, chat. It's over. Say goodbye to Mutanko. Bye, Mutanko. I lost the battle. We also apparently got teleported back outside the dungeon. I found you outside the dungeon. You should be more careful. The dungeon is very dangerous. If it happens again, I'll bring you here, but try to take better care of yourself, okay? Looks like you lost whatever planimals you had with you, but we were able to collect some heart slime. Heart slime contains the memories and essence of your fallen planimals. You can use it in your soil to regrow even stronger planimals. So don't feel too bad if you lose them. Yup. Chat. As I open up my inventory and indicate how we have no planimals in our party. It's planimal permadeath. You only get the one life. It's like when you play Pokemon on Iron Man. Was that how you phrase it? Iron Man run for Pokemon? It's all of nothing. A monster harvest Nuzlocke. I'm going to sell this guy. Because it did comment about making a more powerful version using the heart slime. So we walk up to the sign. We increase the soil level. Unfortunately, we don't have quite enough to raise it up to the next level. We would need one more heart slime, which we don't have. But what I'm going to hope for now... Come on, baby. Yes! Yes! Chat, we're raising the brains! Yes! It's like Emilyville all over again! Time to kill more friends! We raise up our brain so it can get smashed. Death to the brain. We're gonna get a nerd planimal. Don't call them a nerd! Oh, jeez. Magical slime used to mutate your crops into livestock? I guess that's how you get quote-unquote cows in this game. Missed opportunity to sing Pinky and the Brain theme, Caco. Oh, you're right. I did miss that opportunity. You can't make livestock until you build the barn. Oh. Is that the stable up here? Stable construction. This refers to saying hold mounts. I'm not sure that's the same thing. But here's the barn. Alright. It costs $800 and 200 wooden rock. So I can't afford that quite yet, but one day, we just have to save for it. Like if we grabbed all of our red crystals and threw them into the consignment board, we would get a pretty penny out of that. Even grabbing this green slime we have would be pretty good. I think I am going to use this on the brains, though. Never mind, it's not going to let us use it on the brains. I am going to use the red slime. Oh. I don't know if it's preventing me from doing this because I don't have enough energy. Or because you can only have one slimed plant at a time. I'm unsure. But I guess we're going to just put our things away. really put our yam yam away. As well as these crystals. We're going to keep these just for a minute. Oh, I'm glad I've still got these potato seeds because I can take them and mutate them with the brainkin and see what we get. Also, Gooblin, hello, welcome. Welcome to Monster Harvest. How goes it? Sad. We unfortunately just lost one of our planimals. It got murdered while we were in the dungeon. It's dead now. And we got the heart slime from it. And we're using it to raise up new planimals. And now we've got the mutangos. Or really the mutatos, not the planimal version of it, just the straight crop. I don't think that we can transform these back into seeds either. And now that it's a new day, can I use the green slime on the brain now? Well, that answers that. Nope, I cannot. And I cannot use it on the other plant either. I guess maybe I would need more powerful slime for that to work. Or maybe I have to wait until it's growing a couple of days first. I am unsure. I guess we'll just go ahead, start our day, water up our crops. Then we'll head on over to Uncle's so we can mutate together one of our brain seeds and one of our mutato seeds. Maybe I'll also combine together brain and radish. Because now I've got some money again. 550! That's pretty good. Hang on, how much does...
Hype brain 2 laboratory plants. Make the entire chat chance. It's Stinky. Stinky and the Brian Brain.
Thanks, Shy Guy. Wah, wah. Hiya. Good. More red slime for us. And I guess, though, that kind of makes the barn fairly easy to construct if it only costs 800, because if we were looking over here at how much the mutatos sell for, they sell for 100 apiece. This entire little stack that I've got right here, it'll buy us the barn straight up. We'll just need some more rock and wood, because I think I'm a little short. Okay, we're gonna hit up the general store first. We buy a radish seed. Oh look, now he sells brainkin seeds. Right there. And there's that hybrid seed too. A hybrid crop that cannot be slimed. Oh. I guess they specify that. Do you think only some hybrids can't? I can't recall. Did Uncle say that none of them can be slimed? I feel like that might have been part of his conversation. The plant dex displays the different ways to mutate crops for each season. There are 6 ways to mutate each crop, but the plant dex will only log information once you've discovered the mutation yourself. Oh. Oh. Then this is kind of interesting. We can look at the part... Wait a second. Are there only 4 different kinds of seeds? That's not a lot, huh? So it looks like you can take the mutato. If you combine it with red, you get the mutanko. Combine it with green, you get the instant grow mutato. Combine it with the blue, you get... I think that kind of looks like the rabbit that we saw earlier, right? If you combine it with the super red, you get probably a supered version of the mutanko. You get a fancier plant. And you get a horse with the super slime. Then there's other variations. Look, see? If we click on the dark season, it looks like that's how you can get that eyeball slime. And if you look up here at the eye fruit, yes, with dark season, the eye fruit seed here, right there, looks a lot like the little eyeball guy. And I guess then when I made the comment, instead of having spring, summer, fall, winter, there are 3 seasons. I made comment just on dry and wet earlier, but it looks like there's a 3rd dark season then. Intriguing. And so then each season has 4 crab apple has claws on it, chat. Yep, and then each season has 4 crops. Butanko looks like it could beat me up. Oh, heck. Oh, jeez. It's called Screamberry. Oh, my God. Ah! Eee! This one down here. Look at it. It looks right. Hang on. This one looks like a duck. Or like a little chick. Duckling chick. Little bird, at least. I want to see them. I want to see what they look like. I need to plant them. I have to wait for the seasons to pass. Alright there, Uncle. I'm here to hybridize. I pull out the radish. Which I actually want to buy a second radish seed so I can just straight up plant it. There we go. Alright, radish, brainkin hybrid. We already did mutato and radish hybrid. So then we want mutato and brainkin hybrid. There we go. Uncle has a heart meter. What? Again, that's why I think that the heart meter does not mean dateability. It just means friendship ability. Wait, no! Fuck! I accidentally gave him my seed. Oh, Cassidy, I didn't want to give that to you. Imagine you walk up to somebody and you've got say you've got a bag of plants in your hand. You've got a flower. You're holding a flower and you walk up to somebody and they go like, "Oh, is that for me?" And then they just grab it out of your hands and you're like, "I was just holding it. I wasn't trying to give you it, dude." I accidentally gave her my seed. I look at you, and I shake my head. I look in between these. Let's plant more brainkins. I purchase the seeds and I leave. And with the way that my house looks, it doesn't appear like I'm gonna get a kitchen. Do you think there's gonna be cooking? Think we'll get cooking later on if I gave a house upgrade? Would I be able to cook? More space, more room to decorate. It says nothing about a kitchen addition. So, unsure about that. Alright. Hybrid. Hybrid. Normal. Brains. Already got one brain going, so we don't need another one. And you can't do anything with these guys. So with the radish that we've got, we're sliming it. We cannot slime it. Oh, never mind. I just slimed my brainkin. Check it, chat. I've got a brain now. Look at me. I can finally put a new one in. Can anyone have a medical license in chat? I require your services to perform some brain surgery on me. If we don't have anybody in chat that has a medical license, then, hey. If you've ever played a medical simulator before, I'll take it. Next best thing, you know? Can't try out the blue slime. Red slimed one already. Alright. Oh, you know what I could slime then? The radish. Oh, no! Oh, no! It's cute! I love him way more than the other guy. Rad Cross, he's even got a cool name. Mutanko, uninteresting, boring, straightforward, plain name. Rad Cross, however, edgy, cool. Combining the word rad, which both implies, cool already with radish as well. And then cross, hardcore word because it's a cross that's like an X crossing someone off. You look at them, you're doing like a tic-tac-toe, and you are angry that you lost, and you scribble all over it, crossing it out, showing your fury. Powerful. Powerful! And plus it's adorable, look at that little eye. I have a psych degree, I kinda remember the parts of the brain. Hey, Jisaro. Close enough. I hand you the brainkin so you can put it into my head. Wait. This brainkin is worth the same amount as the mutato, but it takes 6 days to grow. What's even the point, then, of growing the brainkin to sell if I can grow mutatos faster and they only cost 40 a piece? I feel like I've been scammed. And hello there, Ribs. Hey, welcome. I did not water these yet, though, so I want to do that, too. Oh, yes, I haven't made my boyfriend, either. Crafting. It was free. No, I bought, like, 3 or 4 brainkin seeds, too. We got some free from the brainkins that we killed, but I did buy other ones, too. Wards off pesky creatures that will eat your crops. Great. I do not want my crops eaten. Pull out those. And we can craft up the boyfriend. There we go. Does it not show range? Does it not have a range? Is it just general? Oh well. I kissed the skeleton. The scarecrow is making an uwu or an ovo face. A little bit, I suppose, but I don't know that you could particularly necessarily avoid it. A skeleton is kind of skeletal. Vaguely? Lightly? What else do we have for crafting options? Fence, path, chest. Not much here. I make some path. Path looks slightly humorous when placing it on top of the pre-existing one. Oh, I see. I'm like wondering why I couldn't place anymore. I'm like, oh, it's because I'm out already. Well, now we're gonna have to take this guy up to the dungeon so we can start training him. Why are some path pieces different shapes? It's because they're ending. You can see these ones are thick paths because they're up in the middle. However, these are ending pieces, so they shrink, I suppose. Alright, Rad Cross. Are you ready to sleep for the night? You said you kissed the skeleton? I mean, that's what the scarecrow is, right? I kiss the skeleton crow. I head to bed. I sleep until evening. That way we can go to the dungeon afterwards. Did they kiss back? No. No. They just stared at me. I feel like I should... I think... No, I can't put them away. The tools just feel weirdly grayed out to me. Because it's not like they did so in order to make it so that when you're highlighted on them, they light up. You can see when I hover over them, they change color, but so do these. The tools just feel so, as a point of comparison, when you compare it to other items, like, grayed out. It's kind of weird. They better kiss back. I don't think holding up your gun to the scarecrow is gonna make it change its mind. Oh, that's interesting, guy. Being able to see some of these planimals out here hanging around makes it feel like planimal spoilers. Cause then I can just compare their who's that Pokemon silhouette to each other. Maybe they become more colorful later. Yeah. As we unlock new ones. I can see that. Really? No plantable in this first room here? Okay.
Oh, we harvesting monsters in here?
Hell yeah. Check it out. I made this one. This one, I did it. Its name is Rad Cross. Look at him with his huge red stylish flaming hair. If you can call it hair? Hello there, best friend. Welcome. We also get some different attacks. I suppose that the different plantimals have locked in specific skills that they can use. So the Rad Cross gets Claw and Heal as its first two. I haven't gotten up to this high enough of a level to get the third skill unlocked, so this one just heals a large amount of health, higher chance to miss. Alright, I claw him. Well, we just did 6 damage, which is what we've always been doing. Maybe they're red fingers? They might be. Because we do have the claw skill. And if we didn't... if this was hair, would we be clawing the Branger here with the Rad Cross's hair? That doesn't sound like it'd be very painful. They've got to be fingers then. Just fingers coming out of his head, scratching up the brain. Ouch. Level? No, need to kill 2. I did get his free seed out of it though. But now I'm not really as excited about those seeds. Ow! Oh no, Rad Cross is doomed. Rad Cross is fucked. Say goodbye to Rad Cross, Chet. It ain't gonna live. We can't deal enough damage. Wait, Frippo, keep healing. Heal again. Frippo, heal. No. Frippo, heal. Frippo didn't heal. Rad Cross was not powerful enough to survive. At least this time, we'll have our crops leveled up. So that the soil level is level 3. And then our next guy that we're gonna raise up here, this one right here, the brain. He'll be level 3 at least. I level up the field. More like Bad Cross. I would get angry at you, but it's true. Oh. And, hello, you brought him into this world just to throw him away. After I got all excited about him too, I pointed and was like jumping up and down. It was like, look at him, he's great. I love his hair, it's so stylish. Look at his big, beautiful eye down there. I love him, he's mine. We're gonna be friends forever. And then he dies. And it's my fault. And yeah, then we use his blood to drench the fields. Well, we've got $900 now, Chet. We can use that to now create a barn so we can start getting livestock from our crops now.
It's called Monster Harvester, not Monster Cuddler.
But I want to cuddle with my monsters too. The watering noise is gross. Just sounds like a watering noise to me. Huh? Huh? Alright. Now we just need to chop down a billion trees and knock down a bunch of rocks. Because we need 200 wood and 200 rocks. And currently, I've got 99. Plus some extra. 99. 93. As you can see there, I'm going to go ahead and move this over to fill it up. I'm going to bring these guys down into our inventory here so we can keep track of the amount more easily. And then we're gonna start collecting with Chuck. Oh, that's wood. Oops.
Life feeds on life. The fields of the deer farm must be watered with the blood of the innocent.
Plus, then they can take the innocent blood and use it for their own power. They get stronger from the blood.
Skellington hates water, confirmed.
What? Oh! Hey! Hey! Now I can use the crystals to make it into red slime. This feels like a terrible money transfer. It takes 5 pieces of red crystal in order to make 1 red slime, and it says the red slime is worth $150, but 1 piece of red crystal is worth $50. So essentially it takes $250 to make something worth $150. There's a monetary loss in this system. Do not use the red crystals for slime for money purposes. It is only to get the slime access.
Slime crafter. I'd prefer slime rancher.
Prefer to ranch the slimes and craft them.
Unlimited monster-related power.
I don't know about unlimited. Sounds a little bit limited to me. Oh, but look at Slime's big smile at the prospect of being ranched and created. Oh boy, they're so excited. They love being ranched. Ranch dressing? Unlimited. Limited power. Yeah, doesn't go on forever. Hidden Valley Slimes? Were you allowed to name your ranch in Slime Rancher? Because boy howdy if that doesn't make me want to play Slime Rancher and name the ranch, the farm, Hidden Valley. As you then rub your hands together and you're like, yes, yes, the comedy. And then I can call all of the little plorps that I get from the slimes my little just hardened cases of dressing. Means tested to be evaluated bi-monthly per the contract with a 12-month minimum before renewal. Power! Oh man, I think your standards of power have a lot of stipulations to them, don't they? We want these little forgeable items now. That way we can use them to sell and get some sweet cash money. I need my profits. I still hate the word plorp.
Don't be such a plorper, Welly.
What's wrong with plorp?
Stop!
The slimes are plorping right now? I still wish I could kidnap her animal.
Professor Spark is a great husband. He is always tinkering with new inventions to make our lives better. He just leaves me alone most days to play with my planimals.
See? See? Says she's married. Spark is a great husband. Which means, by the way, my uncle is married. He's not single. So if you chat were looking over to good old Uncle Doc Rick Brown, you can't, he's taken. But look at her smile though. She looks very seductive. She's like, hello there. He's a good husband because you don't spend time together. What? I mean, for some people that can be a good thing. If you're somebody who is very, like, loner-y and you like to be on your own, you like a lot of personal you time, but you still do love the other person. You like the fact that they're not super clingy, you know? But she's playing in a graveyard. Emphasis
on why she gets along with her husband so well. Because he doesn't come over and ask her, Dot, why are you out there in the graveyard again? But I like playing in the graveyard, she says, holding her little eyeball creature. I guess it checks out. Dang, introverted loners hogging all the professor husbands for themselves. Oh. What did I want to come into town for? Was there anything specific I was craving? Not here. Peek into the thorn here. The board. I could look at the board. Also looking at all of their upgrades. Do you think this only lets me upgrade tools once? Like all of my tools that I got, I can only upgrade a singular time? It only goes from basic to gold? Weren't you selling forages? No, I was heading up into the area above my town to get some forages, but I wasn't heading to sell them yet. Oh, look, now it's going to show me the option to put these in here. Wait, can I put them in here? Do I just have... Oh. I think I might just have to collect them. I don't actually have to run up here and place them on this board. It's just the fact that I have owned them at some point in time qualifies. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and buy some radish then. Oh, general store, I'll take 1 radish, please. Thank you. Goodbye. Interesting that I haven't run into any other rad crosses than when I've been out fighting up in the dungeons. We've had to fight other animals already that we recognize, like the Mutankos, but no rad cross so far. We roll our way back down to our home. Kind of seems like we've... Wait. Oh, no, that was just a bird. Those birds were tricking me. I looked at them, thought it was going to be something I could grab and sell, which, you know, I could do that with the birds, right? Grab a bird, sell the bird. Nothing's really stopping me. Is that a fucking combat roll? Yeah. I can combat roll around. I just don't do it most of the time. Whee! We're also not gonna sleep until next day. We're gonna go till evening and get that tiny sliver of extra energy and use up as much of it as we can to get up extra resources, and then we will sleep for tomorrow. Then we also need to make our decision what exactly we're going to blue slime. See what we can get out of the livestock. Oop. As soon as we got the barn, we can livestock it. Grab a bird and hold it firmly like a hamburger? Ooh, that makes it sound like I have plans to eat it. I don't know that I want to eat the birds. Though then again, they might make a nice snack. That... Huh? Cutscene? I've been kidnapped! Hey, Jane Deere, can you give me a hand with this last nail? Why? Why do I have to help you? Why do I need to do it? What? Okay. There, that's better. This is the second time I've had to fix this pesky bridge. Why did I need to put in the last nail? Is it because they wanted me to have some sense of contribution to the town? I don't understand. Birdberg? It should hold a lot better this time. I've reinforced it. So we can finally get back to using the rec center. The rec center? Used to hold events there every Friday before you moved to town. It will be nice to start them up again. I can't wait. How is the nail gonna stop structural damage? I think I was more, because they were repairing it, so they were putting some boards in. So there was one that hadn't been nailed in quite yet, so they were like, hey, you want to put in this last nail for the board? And I'm like, oh, okay. Rec center? More like wrecked center?
Damn. Slime. You comedy man. Everybody's all over the joke. I'm also getting all over the bushes, trapped behind them. They are my prison now. Where's the rec center? I thought it was just going to be directly across the bridge, but no. Steal a potted plant so I can sell it. Slime, what are you doing up here? Excuse me. I don't know that I quite like that they completely kidnapped me from my home, so now I have to walk all the way back. I haven't watered any of my plants, guys! My morning chores! What? Is this the rec center? Is that an eyeball? Rec center is only open on Fridays. Now look at my calendar. Keeps track of the date and season. Oh, there's today. Chat, the Planimal Parade is tomorrow! Chat, are you ready for the Planimal Parade? I'm excited. Wait, rec center battles? Is this like a Pokemon gym situation over here? There's also a night festival. And it does have it labeled as dry season in the top right, so definitely the case. Wet season, dark season. All are seasons. Kind of curious that one of them's called dark season. It is Monday, my dudes. Wait a second. It is Monday. Dude!
I want to see the night festival.
Wrong kind of night. It's not night with guys with swords and armor. No. No. It's just the nighttime, dude. And now I'm getting real texts, not just notifications. Well, time to answer this. And I type, and I send, and I return. More texts on stream? I look at chat, and I'm like, ugh. Why would I read you when I can read text messages? I dive away and go for my phone instead. I can't wait for the future. Wait a second, I can already stream to Twitch using my phone? Why am I not doing that? Streamer is so popular. Wow. Yeah, the one person texting me proves my fame. Chat, that's all it takes to become popular and famous. Have one person text you. Sliding into Caco's DMs. Oh, jeez. Just like Slime was doing earlier. That was Slime commenting that, right? Oh, jeez. Phil, you need someone to slide into your DMs, then you can be popular.
My mom texts me. Does that count?
Definitely. I did not specify a particular person had to be the one that was texting you or not texting you in order to confirm your fame and popularity. So yes, chat, if you have a parent that has sent you a text messages, guess what? You've made it. The future is now. If you're friends with one person who has a multitude of multiple personalities, does that make you famous? I don't think... Unsure. My parents don't text me. Well. Okay, well. Guess there goes that way to be famous then. I'll have to find an alternate route to fame, Skelly. Welly. Alright. Flower, sold. Flower, sold. I wouldn't want them to. Then why are you doing a feels bad man with my parents don't text me? This feels like a bait where you're like, oh geez, I can't believe my parents don't text me. And you're like, oh, I'm sorry that that's the case. And then you're like, haha, I wouldn't want them to though, dude. Ah! And you're like, what the hell? put away. Slime put away. Now we're finally back home after we got kidnapped for the bridge. I didn't intend it like that. No, of course not. I just think it's funny because you could kind of interpret it like that, though. Classic manipulation by Welly. That's such a plorp move. Best friend, how could you do this to him? Using the word plorp again when you know he hates it. Oh my god. Welly's gonna cry now. First his parents don't text him. And then you're saying the word plorp again? If Welly had eyes, he would be crying. He is crying! Oh my god! He's just got a water bottle and he's dunking it into his eye holes so it looks like tears pouring down. Ah, cry those crocodile tears, Bone Man. I see through them. Everybody sees through them, best friend. They're transparent. It's just a type of liquid. It's not one that's opaque either. That was actually pretty shimp of Welly. Like, now that we've got the word shimp rolling around as joke usage, I feel like it's used inconsistently between it being a bad thing and a good thing. Shimp this, shimp that, but are you saying shimp in a positive manner or in a negative manner? I can't tell! Is shimp good or is it bad, man? It's so unclear now. Lost to the sands of time, its meaning. That's the beauty of shimp. But then if you point at somebody and you say, hey, you're totally shimp, dude. How do you take that? Is it an insult? Is it earnest and they're trying to compliment you? How are you supposed to tell? I had this pizza last night and it was totally shimpalicious. I take it shimp-like. What do I even say, chat? That's pretty shimp, bro. See, what do I even say? There's too many possibilities. On some case, when you say something like Pog Shimp, it's pretty clear and you're like, yeah, I get it with this other part that you've attached to Shimp. Clearly you mean this in a positive manner. Shimpalicious, that sounds like a compliment. So based upon context, I've got a check mark right next to it to say, oh yes, he's saying that the pizza was very good. But then if you take it the other way and you go, I take it shimp-like, what does that mean? Does that mean you want something done positively or negatively? You can't tell. Other person that Phil was talking to saying, I take it shimp-like is like, what do I do with this then? I don't know. Are you done? How am I supposed to? Oh no, am I gonna even be able to participate in the parade? Huh? Oh, you can make a cobble path now. Caco coming down with a bad case of the shimps. You're over-shimping the streamer. As shimple as that. Shimp-like means you react shimp-appropriately? What is shimp-appropriate, though? I like the as simple as that. Oh my god, hang on. My sibling's texting me again. Okay, sorry chat. Replying back to text messages. If only you were popular like me, chat. Then you would understand that when you get texts that you've gotta answer them. You gotta keep up appearances and connections with the people you talk to, you know? One day, chat, you'll get it. Don't worry, I believe in you. Fill up my watering can. Am I just not watering these properly? Sibling texting you memes and you not sharing. That's right. They're private memes.
What were they saying? Did they mention me?
Best friend. Of course not. They're texting me for me, not you.
I miss when Caco was relatable.
Not anymore. I move up in the world. I put on sunglasses as I walk out to the grocery store to buy some groceries. I'm just walking around finger gunning people. Somebody's like, kind of shrugs their shoulders, confused looking, and I'm like, I'm famous on Twitch. And they just are like, what? And I just nod at them. They know. They act like they don't because they don't want it. They're trying to act cool and passive and be like, oh no, I totally don't know that thing. I know, they definitely recognize me. They're just trying to play hard to get, you know? Trying to act like you don't know me. Just instantly thinking of the chat, I roll back. Webtoons again. Homestar Runner, there's a song that is, Come On, Fuhuku Gods. That's like, one of the lines is trying to act like you know me. Another thing I will often think back to. Yeah, I'm a content creator. I adjust my sunglasses and flash some more finger guns out there.
This guy at Dutch Bro said he was famous but refused to elaborate.
Me walking around the town. Yeah, I'm famous. Famous for what? Oh, you know. And then I walk off and they're like, huh? Fuku Gods was my jam. It was really good. Yeah. I don't know if I actually need to have these in my backpack or if I can leave them in the chest and it'll work. But just in case, they're in my bag. We go up to build the barn. One barn, please. Which then has upgrades for capacity, auto feeder, auto harvester. What do you suppose we feed our livestock? You don't have any. I kind of knew that. Chat, if I turn one of my plants into livestock, will I even be able to take care of it? I slime a crop. Get gooed. I run off. Well, today's a Planimal Parade, and I've got no Planimals to participate with. Chat, it's going to be a very sad parade for me, as I'm just going to look at all the Planimals walking along, having a good time. There's just gonna be a tear dripping down from my eyes. I think back to my Red Cross and my uncle's Mutanko that I let die. All your Planimals are dead, and it's my fault. I'm in tears. I like the little balloons that they've put up. Now we just have to find, where is that direction? Aha! Here we go.
Alright guys, I'm ready. I'm ready for the parade. Oh boy. Hello there, Hydra.
Ah, look at that. We can buy some glow fruit seeds. We can also buy statue Rad Hog, painting 8, a classic, bench, folding chair blue, folding chair green, folding chair red, yellow, white, black, a helix blue rug, and green, and red, and yellow, and white, and black, also diamond. And that's it. I don't know. The painting is tempting, but I am more of a painting number 7 person myself. Let me tell you, if you saw painting number 7, you would agree. I'm gonna buy a glow fruit seed. Which then also unlocks it down in the general store for me, which is convenient. I have not seen this person yet. Who are you? This is Vex. Chat, say hello to Vex. Another cool character. Look at their, like, ninja-styled rapping.
I prefer song 2.
Understandable. I think I like song 3 the best myself. The like, particular part where it hits up the chorus, just, it gets me.
I'm more of a painting 2 person myself.
The artist really sold out after painting 5. You know, as I kind of consider the paintings, that is true. Thinking about the progression, yeah, they do kind of hit a very sort of mainstream commercial look. And while I might not agree, I think painting number 3 is maybe more where they hit their stride, and I'm kind of looking over at number 7 now, and I'm thinking between the two. I think you're right. I think I would say painting 3 might be my favorite. But song 2 is a real one by Blur. Oh.
Wait, I missed that reference then.
And Vexwild. Hexwild, Vexwild.
I think I like the Glowfin the best.
That's all I have to say. Alright. Like, where does slime come from in the dungeon? It's like a total mystery.
Thanks to my hobby, I have all kinds of planimals.
I think she's obsessed.
I wonder if I should make a planimal for Lance.
Are they related? This slime is great for business. Oh! Cassidy has this heart now available. Hang on. Thorn has the heart now, Chet. That means you can befriend them. Hey there, Jane dear. See what I've been able to make using the slimes at my store? They're pretty cool, right? Oh, look at Spike! Look at their big old smile. Spike is so happy today. Oh, Spike. Spike. Rufus, though? Hey, kiddo. I can really dig these planimals. Wonder how many types there are. Wait. That's the crabapple one, Chet. Chet. I love the crabapple. It's just a crab, though, at the same time, so it's kind of funny. I feel like Spike is missing a tongue. You just can't see it. It's too dark. Oh, we already talked to you, Cassidy. Very interesting. I wonder how many types of mutations there are. I should really make a planimal. They're pretty amazing. You'd think everyone in town would have one. Wow, can you believe all the planimals here?
Hey, there sure are a lot of planimals here, aren't there?
Making essentially the same comment.
Ha! Wow!
Everybody else commenting on planimals, make a comment how there's a lot of them, how they like planimals. Captain Ash gets right to the point. Ha ha. Wow. That's it. That's all that needs to be said. And he's done it. Done it for all of us. There sure are a lot of planimals here. Haha, wow. I don't know how to farm, but I wonder if someone would sell me a planimal. Wow, they're all so cute! Hey, chat, is there ever a case in Pokemon where you're able to purchase a Pokemon from somebody? I can't recall. There are a lot of Pokemon games, and they've existed for a long time, so I can't quite remember. But it makes it feel like... I guess I can't really call it weird black market dealings, because, I mean, in the real world where things are real and not fake pretend like this game, you are able to buy and sell animals, so, you know. You can buy a Magikarp for 500, and you can pay to participate in bug hunts or the Safari Zone, which then would be pretty comparable to being able to purchase the Pokemon, so I guess, yeah. Oddly enough, there was a Did You Know gaming video that came out yesterday about Pokemon and how you used to be able to buy them in-game. Well, what timing then for me to ask the question? Hi, Jane dear. Welcome to the Planimal Parade. People in town have been wanting to show off how they've been using slime, and so we cobbled together this parade. Take a look around and see what people have been able to make. What, is this it then? I guess this is just an event where you talk to the villagers, you point at the Planimals and go, wow, I love that one. That one's my favorite. This guy looks kind of just like a carrot with a bush on its back. This one is the true hero. And we leave. That's it. Well, that was the parade. The Pinecone Hedgehog. It looked more worm-like than pinecone-y to me. Or hedgehoggy. No. We run back home. Wait, how are we looking here? I wish I could just plant my glow fruit right now, but we're not in the right seat. Wait. No, we are. Never mind. This does say dry season. Hang on. I run back home excitedly. Big hedgehog energy. Maybe little hedgehog energy. Maybe not go too wild with the amount you're attributing to it. Maybe a little bit too much. Put down the seed. We water the seed. We head up and we go to bed. Good night. Stop shy-shaming that hedgehog! Too late. Now I'm gonna also peek outside real fast. What the? What are you doing here, Thorn? Hey there, Jane dear. Sorry to have come by your farm so early. You probably noticed the old foundation on your farm. Did you know you can build a barn there if you have the right material? I look over at the barn that I built yesterday. I've been testing around with slimes at my store and have found that using blue slime on crops will make a livestock planimal. You should give it a try once you have your barn built. I look back over at my barn. It looks like you can also build a stable to house a mount. Have you heard of super slimes? I make them at my store and they have different effects on crops. I'm not sure what all the slimes do yet, but I know a super blue slime will make a mount. If you're tired of walking everywhere, they're a great choice. Anyway, I'd better get going. Remember to swing by the Slimery anytime during the day if you want to pick up some slimes and test them out yourself. Bye! Yeah, I used to watch Caco streams, but the fame got to her head, and lately she's been acting like a real nasty shimp. Oh. Aww. See, look at that. Now we've got the little guy. Little Ranger in our party. I almost said inventory. It's not what I want. In my party. Also looks funny carrying the big radish, whatever this was around. Radish? Potato radish. Look, I've got one. It's for me. But I really just wanted to see if he was fully, was grown, and I could pull him out. I wish I was able to name these, but I can't. Kind of disappointing that I'm not allowed to name them. I do like that it makes it, at least with the permadeath, that using the heart slimes and leveling up the soil essentially makes it so when you grow new animals that they're already up to that level. So the soil level essentially indicates the level you're going to get for your planimal. And I think the heart slime amounts that you get correspond approximately to the level of your planimal. That's what it seemed like anyway from the death of our other two. But that's a speculation otherwise. And otherwise then, chat, I'm calling it. This is now the end of the stream. Chat. Thank you everybody for coming on by to watch. This was pretty enjoyable. I can't recall exactly what the reviews were on Steam about, well, referring to why they gave it lower ratings. I would say the main things I've kind of felt like is that when you look at what the game has available, is it makes it seem like it might be kind of on the light side content-wise, especially when it comes to the dungeons, which were just kind of like squares, and when you fought the other planimals, you only had the 3 combat options, which you don't even have 2 of them until your planimal gets to a higher level. So it makes it seem like the game might be kind of shallow overall, but at least control-wise, I think was alright. And graphically, I think it looked alright as well. But thank you everybody for coming on by to watch. Thank you for those who have subscribed, resubscribed, as well as for the cheered bits and the follow. And let's see. Now, VoiceBox is actually streaming right now, so I think we'll go ahead and rate him. He's playing Minecraft. Say hello to Voice, everybody. As a reminder, I did his emotes, always exciting, or else. Hope you all have a wonderful day, or else. I sweat nervously. Or else what? Chet, you better run away before we find out what Dagnardio's gonna do. Bye! Bye, Chet, bye!